Yo, whatever sound that child is making outside of the fucking window, could stop.
It's like a fucking exorcism going on over there or something.
It's like a bunch of baby kittens being exercised.
This happens like every night.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like
bedtime.
the bedtime, yeah.
We can probably hear it on the podcast.
Probably.
Hey guys, this is Adventures in Roommating, Roommate Pod. I'm Megan Tonjes.
I'm Keith Batista.
And we're here because fuck it.
We got nothing else to do, so you might as well talk you people.
The reality is I have so many other things to do, but I don't want to do them. I just want to talk to my babies.
You little babies.
I love my little babies.
You little babies.
I feel like we've cultivated a little community, a little family, if you will. I consider them our babies.
Indeed.
Yeah, you're all the babies that I don't want to actually physically have.
For
as I'm
case
hearing
in point, yep.
Baby Piglet being slaughtered across the fucking...
There's definitely multiple children screaming.
There's so many kids screaming all the time. And there's like a pack of dogs barking like over yonder occasionally, I've noticed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's just another thing.
You know what? The other day, so you know how my mom sent me that Michigan, that big wood thing? That poster thing? I can't focus with the child screaming.
You want me to close the front door?
No. You know how my mom sent me that Michigan thing that I'm going to hang up?
Yeah.
So it came like in a package, and for days my mom was like, "Oh, it's not to you yet," and I was like, "No, I haven't gotten it yet." And then it like showed up on like a Tuesday. It went up on a Tuesday, and it was awesome. So I got it, and then I went outside, and that woman across the street that's kind of like a little, you know, she's like real everyone's business, and like
I know she's a little crazy.
Yeah, and
I'll say it, she's fucking crazy.
And she was like, "Oh, did you get your package?" And I was like, yeah. But in my head, I was thinking, because in the past, she's taken, like, we get, like, boxes delivered to us. She's taken the box and put it in her apartment to, like, hold on to it for us. But it's like,
really?
I'm home all of the time, so there's, like, literally no point for her to do that. She did it once with a box.
Weird.
She did it once with a box that my mom sent. And she mentioned it when I walked outside. And then I had to go upstairs and get the box from her. And it just made me feel really weird. Because she's not a neighbor that's, like, right next to us. She's, like, across from us, like, upstairs. Mm-hmm. Like there's an outside portion between where we live and she lives.
Yeah, it's a whole different
So
building.
It just makes, I mean, granted, I don't talk to anyone in our actual building, but like it was just very weird because I've never had an issue with anyone taking a package from our doorstep besides her to like protect it. But we get so much stuff that it just...
I don't remember ever her doing
I appreciate it. Well, she did it once. I appreciate it in like
it's
the
fine
idea
if
of
you
it.
ask us.
But to just do it is weird.
To fucking pick up somebody else's package and take it into your home.
I don't like it.
And then like...
So then part of me was wondering if she took that and then like returned it, but maybe she didn't. Maybe she just saw it and she was like making sure I got it, but it made me really like uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I don't know. Whatever. But long story short, I have a dope... what would you call that thing that my mom sent me? Like it's not a poster.
Say it is a...
It's like a
decorative... piece.
It's not a painting. It's not. It's. I mean, I guess
it's a wooden board with a painting on it.
Yeah, I guess. It's dope.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
There's got to be a name for it.
She texted me. My mom.
It's like a wind shutter. A wind shutter?
What the fuck is a wind shutter?
A window shutter.
It's a window. Yeah, it's a window shutter.
That's what I meant.
But it's got my mom. Last time in October when I went up to Boyne City, because Boyne City is my favorite place in the entire fucking world. When I die, I put my ashes in Lake Charlevoix. Like, that's all I fucking want. Please remember this. Don't let my mom bury me. Do not let my mom fucking bury me.
Hawaii, though.
Oh, that's true. You're right. No, I still love Boyne City more. I'll always love Boyne City more than anywhere other place.
Yeah.
It's the most exotic, beautiful place.
You got an emotional...
I love Boyne City.
Investment.
I do. So, and we all know I can't get buried next to my dad anymore, so I'm out of the family plot, you guys.
My parents are going to be cremated.
Are they?
Yep.
That makes it simple. I wish my parents were going to be cremated. It'd be so much cheaper.
Yeah.
What a horrible fucking thing to say.
Really
but it's the truth, though.
Just throw her in a fire.
She don't know. She's going to be dead.
Yeah, she don't know.
She don't know.
She ain't going to care. I want to be frozen.
I'm already the black sheep of the family. Fuck it.
I'm going to be frozen and woken up.
I'm just going to make my brother take care of all that shit. You chose to live in Michigan still. You get to deal with the dead parents. I'm disowned and I live 3,000 miles away. That's me wiping my hands of it. But anyway, so when I was a little bit. So when I was in Boyne City in October with my mom, we went to one of these stores up there, and there were these like big pieces of wood that had like old school like advertisements from Michigan, like Walloon Lake and boating and blah, blah, blah. And there's like these girls in bathing suits. I was like, fuck, I love these. And so my mom remembered that. So when she went back up to Boyne City, she was looking for one for me. And she kept sending me pictures of different ones. And I was like, well, I like that. But it would say like Walloon Lake. And I was like, I don't have really a connection to Walloon Lake. Like I wish it said Boyne City, but I like whatever. So she took the image that I liked and then she had them custom make it with Boyne City on it. And then she sent it to me. That's so fucking sweet.
That's awesome.
It was like sorry your dad's a piece of shit and he disowned you, but here's a dope art
thing.
Piece.
Yeah.
She's so thoughtful like that. But I'm excited to hang it. And by excited, I mean I'm excited for Keith to hang it in my room.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. I hung up all of your guitar hooks.
To be fair, I hung up my mirror.
Yeah.
And I hung up the little painting which belonged to an old dead woman that I have in my room. I have a lot of haunted. That mirror and there's a painting above my bed with a boat and stuff, both from a dead woman. I think I've told this during the podcast. There was a woman that lived across the street from me. Her name was Rose. She was an artist, I remember. I found out later. Old as fuck.
This is in Michigan?
This was in Michigan. This was when I was a little kid. And I told the story before about I went to go sell chocolates or candy and they were like, don't go to a stranger's house. And I immediately, like, as soon as I got home, I got off the bus. I was like, I'm going to go walk to a stranger's house because I'm going to sell the most candy because I'm getting all these fucking because I want this see-through phone, though.
Just disobey authority.
So I went across the street to sell her chocolate. It was winter and she invited me in and she made me soup and a sandwich and she probably could have killed me.
Yeah, most people can probably kill you.
That's the kind of story that like the child doesn't come home from, but she was so nice. And then I always remembered her. Then she got really sick and she died and they sold all her shit. And so I went across the street. I was like, yo, I got $20. I'm going to take all this. So I got a mirror. I got jewelry, that bust that's on the bar, that painting. Like I took a bunch of stuff just because I really liked her style and she was very nice to me.
They all know exactly what you're talking about.
They know. They know. If they've been around since the beginning, they know. You know. So how are you, Beebs?
I'm good, girl. I'm going on 2 weeks of work nonstop.
Yeah, girl.
I cannot wait till this fucking weekend.
That's gonna be good.
Fucking.
So you get fucked up and play video games, aren't you?
I can't wait. I went to Comic-Con last weekend, which was
Tell
awesome.
us about Comic-Con, girl.
So, all right. So we go to Comic-Con.
It's so rare that you have like I went on a trip story.
Yeah, I know. I really don't have much stories. I don't know what I should or shouldn't say. Nothing bad happened.
Well, yeah.
But it was cool. We went down. What was it? Wednesday. Last Wednesday we left. We took the Amtrak down.
I've never been on that.
Rode an Amtrak before. It was very nice. A double-decker train. We sat up top. As we got closer to San Diego, the scenery just got nicer and nicer till we were like coasting along a beach, and like it was fucking pretty. Beautiful. You would have loved it. I feel like you really would have liked. There's just something about like the architecture of like the building. It's very quaint.
About San Diego?
Well, like
just
the shit
on the
way, and even in San Diego, it's like I feel like it's like very brick and vine.
I love
stuff.
Every place it is in LA.
But like a Southwest kind of flavor to it almost. Yeah,
I want Southwest on the ocean, girl.
That's exactly what San Diego is, girl.
I want to feel like I'm in like a little. I want to be like in a little fishing shack in like Massachusetts. Is what I really want. But I don't want the weather of Massachusetts. I want the weather of California.
So why not California?
I don't know. There's just something about the East Coast. There's that little chill in the air. There's that little like
the Northeast.
There's just something about it that I really like the Northeast a lot.
I know what you're saying.
You know?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You picking it up? Oh yeah, girl. I love every place that's not LA.
I don't mind LA.
I like LA. It's fun, but when I think about like if I were just had my dream place, it would not be LA probably.
Oh no, I don't think. I mean, at least not where we're currently living in LA.
No.
But yeah, so we got down on Wednesday.
Though I don't know, Phil and Lynn's, they're pretty close, and I like their house a lot.
I mean house-wise.
God, I get so happy. I mean, I love Phil and Lynn's, and I love them here, but I love them more when they're away. I was earlier today. I go, Keith, you know what I'm really excited for? And I didn't even wait for him to say what. I was just like, Christmas. And you're like, okay. Why? And I was like, because Phil and Lynn's probably gonna go out of town for something, take that baby, and who gonna watch that house?
Yeah, you gonna watch it.
I'm gonna shoot so many videos. I'm
gonna crash and
take care of those. You know what? I miss Ace a lot. You don't miss Ace? They smell a little bit. They're a little stinky, but Ace like is just so sweet.
Ace is adorable.
I love Ace.
Like, Rookie's on crack.
Oh, Rookie's
I got a weird soft spot for Rookie. I mean, he's fucking annoying, but
yeah.
There's brief moments where it's like, all right, buddy, come on.
Where he curls up on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ace, I just, like, whenever I lay down on that couch, he just does that little crawl across me, and he does, like, I was having a really rough night. I got it on Snapchat. I was having a really rough night, and he was just, like, laid across me, and then I was trying to do the high five thing with him. I was like, give me a high five, and then he, like, puts his little paw up, and I was like, oh my fucking God.
He's a lady killer, girl.
I love him. And I also love watching Margot with the two of them, because she was taking shit.
I love Margot with them.
She gets real vocal all of a sudden.
She gets real vocal. She plays around. She moves.
Yeah, a little bit. She jumps up on the couch by herself.
She can jump up without a problem.
Then she gets here after a day. She remembers she doesn't have to, and she stops.
And then she just props herself up and has to be scooped.
So you're going to San Diego. You're on the train. It looks real nice.
It's real nice. We get down to San Diego. San Diego's a beautiful little city. It's right on the water. I'm trying to think of like anything we did that day.
You got a spray tan.
So we got spray tans. That's a thing that happened. First time in my life I've ever gotten a spray tan.
I love it. How'd you feel about it, girl?
You can see me mostly naked.
Yeah, you can.
On Philip DeFranco's Vlogity.
Yeah.
The title of which is "I Promise It's Not Blackface."
Oh, great!
Just because James, my coworker, I convinced him essentially to go a little bit darker than Phil and I did.
Oh no!
And it went real dark. People say he actually looks like Lou Diamond Phillips in La Bamba. And they started posting pictures of him next to Lou Diamond Phillips.
Okay, a little bit. I see a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
So yeah, guys, if you want to see me get fucking almost naked and spray tanned,
you're so cute in those vlogs.
Check out those videos.
Daddy Keith is so
cute. Don't say fucking Daddy Keith in the goddamn comments.
There's so many Daddy Keiths.
We gotta talk, guys, because Phil, as you may or may not know, I work for Philip DeFranco. I am the Vlogity editor for the most part. And you know, he's like, so what's this Daddy Keith comments? And I'm like, I'm really sorry. I don't know what to tell you. They're my babies on the podcast. I don't really know why I'm Daddy Keith. It's a combination of the fact that they're my babies.
I'm Mama.
And I'm also the father of this dog, apparently.
Girl, I think you're reading too much into it. I think he probably like secretly thinks it's hilarious.
Well, I just feel like I'm just worried. That's all. I'm just an anxious person, and I'm like, I don't want him to think like I'm blowing up his comments or something like that, or like affecting his viewership in any way.
Yo, I think Phil's smart enough to realize that the more comments means the more ad
That's very
clicks.
true.
So I'm sure anything that brings people
to
continue commenting, he's totally fine with as a businessman.
But yeah, otherwise, I worked for the most part at Comic-Con, so I didn't really get to, just do what I wanted to do, which was fine.
Maybe they can just start calling you DK in the comments. DK!
But we did a lot of fun stuff. I mean, we went to like a Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies puzzle room where we were in like this fucking set that they built, looked like a burlesque bar. And like essentially you had to find your way out in 10 minutes by listening to clues and like working together and try and break out of the room.
I want you to imagine me walking into that situation and then being like, okay, you gotta figure this out to get out. And I would have sat down in the corner and been like, well, I guess it was a good run, man.
And girl, like the zombies were like breaking the boards and like coming througing and
I would have had so many things to say to the zombies. A lot of absolutely fucking not.
Oh girl, I wish you were there. It would have been funny. Trying to think
I'm the worst person to take that kind of shit. I'm the worst person to take through a haunted house kind of situation. I went to like a haunted house, like horror house situation.
Yeah, I love that shit.
And I remember they make you go through like a coffin or some shit. And me and my friend were trying to hold on to each other. They made us go one at a time. They tried to push us through. And I grabbed my friend. I was like, absolutely not. And we went through together. But I was just like, I just like closed my eyes the whole time. I was like just moving through.
Oh, it's terrifying.
I don't want to see anything. I don't want to know anything. And in my head, I'm like, you can't touch me. You can't fucking touch me. But now at some places they can. They can do whatever they want. So, Oh
yeah, I did a fucking zombie run, which I would never recommend to anybody.
No.
Who doesn't like running.
Oh, no.
And also this one, I heard this one was like the worst. Like Phil loves it. Like he was like praising the zombie runs. This was like a thing where it's literally like you have to escape from zombies for like 30 minutes. Yeah, it's probably
exactly what the fucking title is. Because it's probably a zombie
But I feel like
run.
Like it was like in the past he said like there's like large areas and you just kind of hide and like avoid. But this was more like story. I think it was also sponsored by Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
So like it was like broken up into sections, so you would have to like run through this open area first, and then like funnel through this tunnel, and then you take a little bit of break, and they do like a little bit of a scene. Like our leaders, like our leader reaches like another group of people, and they have guns and shit, and they're like cursing at you, like fucking shut the fuck up.
Oh shit!
Get on your knees, and they end up killing our tour guide. Like you see them bash a face in.
Oh my fucking god!
This guy had a bat with like fucking wrapped with like barbed wire. and like he hits our tour guide in the face, and like I don't know how they did it. It must have been like a quick thing he did, but like as we walked by our dead tour guide, you saw like his face was like ripped open. Like it must have been like a prosthetic, and he must have threw on after he got hit, but before we could like see his face.
What the fuck?
Yeah, girl, it was like real deep.
Yeah, girl.
And then it just kind of ended, which was disappointing. There's going to be a video going up, I think, tomorrow.
Okay.
Of all like the activities we did. I went to a Playboy party.
I bet you were fucking.
Which was magical.
Oh, you sent me pictures of the trees.
Oh yeah, it was magical trees inside.
Pretty trees.
All lit up with like lights for leaves and shit.
I want that. If I ever get married, I want that situation. Just like the trees, really nice. The lights. That's what I imagine.
Yeah, I immediately thought of you.
Yeah, girl, with that glowy glow.
Yeah, I snapped so much.
Yeah, you did.
During that.
You do so much Snapchat because I'm so used to people just like talking in Snapchats, but Keith does a lot of like where he takes his phone and he just like goes around to look at where he is, and then you would always hear Amanda in the background saying
when
something.
Do you not hear Amanda?
I love Amanda so much. She's Amanda. So fucking good.
She and I really like bonded.
Yeah, she bad bitch status.
She's fucking great.
She was really pissed that I hung out with Tess Holiday the other day.
Yeah, I know. I told her. Yeah, we talked about that. Trying to think of anything else worthy of Comic-Con. I mean, pretty much. You
just got drunk.
Got drunk every night. Mm-hmm. Ate very well. Mm-hmm. It was a very fun time.
Yeah.
Worked hard. Not gonna lie. I had to carry heavy equipment pretty much the whole day.
Yeah, you were sore.
Both days. Or 3 days. I don't even know how long. It was a fucking blur.
You were gone for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, but like the actual con was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
And then we came home Monday. And then went right back to work. Came home Sunday and went right back to work Monday.
I'm sorry, girl. I don't want to interrupt you, but there's a video of a kitten getting his face rubbed with a toothbrush.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That is one of the cutest cats I've ever fucking seen.
How does Tom feel about cats? Probably not so much, but that's a pretty cute. That's like a dog-like cat.
I think Tom is like an animal person.
Okay, well I'm gonna tag him in it then.
I think he'll like anything animals.
I really want you for his wedding to make like an entire video of just like a bunch of cool like pet shit.
I gotta do that. I got a fucking text from him today saying like, "Hey, we need your best man speech for the photo album," and I'm like,
photo album?
That's not gonna happen because I haven't written it yet, and I probably won't till next week because I thought he meant now. And then
he'll probably just want it after.
And then he was like, "Yeah, no, after." I was like, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
whatever."
I think I gave like Courtney my speech that I wrote out.
I
had such a long
Mike.
fucking speech.
Ooh, a lot of no, just saw some on Twitter. So yeah, that was my weekend, and I haven't stopped working.
No,
technically, I mean it was a bit of a vacation, but I worked.
Yeah.
And we also interviewed Michelle Gomez from Doctor Who.
Okay.
And M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay.
That'll be on a table talk next week.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it was really cool. Met a lot of people, saw a lot of cosplay. It was fun.
Yeah. You wanted to go to Comic-Con
I feel like
for
you
a
would
long
hate
time.
it.
No, I have no desire. Unless I were like in something that I was promoting at Comic-Con, then that would make sense, but
I feel like San Diego must hate it.
Oh, San Diego
shuts down that area.
San Diego probably is just like absolutely not. Like probably everyone leaves town for Comic-Con because they're like, yo, I'm not fucking playing.
Probably, I would.
It's like the opposite of how you feel in LA when everyone goes home for Christmas. It's like the inverse of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think when your snaps went up where it was just showing people walking and it was like so cramped, I was like, yeah, I just can't. Even at VidCon, I don't get anxiety, but I've developed anxiety from VidCon. I think just so many people and so like it's just so overwhelming. There's so many things going on, and you just want to be aware of where you are, and like, you know. And I'm always like, I don't know. I'm just all over the fucking place to begin with. So I get very distracted. I have the memory of a goldfish. It lasts about 15 seconds. It's done. So it's just very overwhelming. I couldn't deal with Comic-Con, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you were to go, it would be for things.
It would have to be for something. I would not. There would be no relaxation for me. There would be no anything.
Yeah, I mean,
but I go to San Diego and I hang out in San Diego.
I just feel like I don't know if I would ever want to like wait in the lines.
No,
like there
never.
are so many lines.
I promise you, there's nothing I care about enough to be uncomfortable. Listen, my days like. Listen, if I were younger and Buffy was still on, like maybe there would have been something in me that would have been like, you know, it's totally worth it to meet Seth Green or whatever the fuck. But as a 29-year-old person now, I'm cool. I'm good. Google's a thing. I can look at pictures and YouTube videos. I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm getting a notification on my watch.
Fuck you, Beef, with your bullshit ass watch.
Yo, Suicide Girls is going live all the time on Periscope.
You just went on fucking Periscope and followed a bunch of like half naked girls, and now you're just getting all the notifications.
Is there anything wrong with liking that?
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, that's right. You shut your fucking mouth.
I'm just making a statement.
God damn.
I love naked boobies.
Yeah, naked people.
I like naked everything.
All the nudity.
What did I do? Well, I died a little bit inside because you were gone. Is what I did.
Yeah, how'd you hold up, Beebs? Well, you got a lot of work done.
I did get some work done, but it's just never ending because I still have to edit it all, and it doesn't even cover the week. But it was okay. It was like the first few days, I just didn't know what to do. Yeah. Like I wasn't motivated to do anything, and I was like alone watching the puppies, and I like invited Nikki and stuff over to watch movies, and just like I was like
to not work.
I just was not used to being alone, and then, like, the third day, I started getting motivated, and I started shooting videos. And the fourth day, I was shooting. And, like, by the time Phil and them came back, I was like, oh, do you really have to come back? Like, I could just stay here for
you can't just stay away forever?
Sure? Yeah. I'll just take care of the house. It's fine. I was, like, in a routine. So it was just, like, a bummer to have to leave. But it was good. I think it made me appreciate being alone in a way that I didn't. Like, the first few days, my body just fought it.
Yeah.
But then, like, I really came to realize it was nice being alone, and I was still talking to myself, like I was out of my mind and talking to Margot and stuff, but it was nice to just kind of be doing my own thing.
I just feel like I saw something about how, like, people who talk to themselves are actually, like, geniuses.
Really?
I don't know if that's a genius.
Yeah, you looked at me and you were like, oh, I don't know if I would use that strong of a word.
But I feel like something along the lines, like, if you talk to yourself, it doesn't mean you're crazy. It just means, like, you're smart.
No, I've never assumed I'm crazy. I assume that I'm awesome.
Well, a lot of people, like... I talk to myself. I make like weird noises when I'm alone. Like,
okay, that's a little.
Like.
Are these like when you're touching yourself crying?
Yeah, when I'm.
When you went to get the tissues at Ralph's, I almost made a joke about you gonna put those around your dick, Beeps?
Yeah, that's why I buy them, Beeps.
Yeah, girl.
And to blow my nose.
Use that
to blow my dick. And blow my dick and blow my nose.
Oh, that's great, Beebs. You're such a romantic.
I know. I'm a classy guy.
We watched a really great movie last week that I want to recommend to everyone. I've watched it twice this week because it's so good. It's called Antisocial. And it has
to be a low budget.
It has about a half star on Netflix. And it's fucking incredible. The main girl, kind of reminds me of like Lana Del Rey. Movie. Lana Del Rey and like Mila Kunis mushed together.
I tried to forget that movie.
And then she just like, the storyline's so ridiculous. I'm not even going to ruin it for you because I want you to go watch it. But she just acts like something horrible happens and she's like, I mean, I guess we could be okay, guys. Like, she's just so blasé about how she's acting.
Yeah,
and like doesn't react to any.
Girl.
Oh, the acting's so fucking horrible. But I love it.
It's got some...
The intro had so much fucking promise because it started off as like a YouTube makeup collaboration gone zombie.
Yeah,
it was fucking dope. And then it just went to a place. I still don't even understand it. I don't understand if it was like what it was caused by, what was we
can't even get in.
I can't grasp it.
Not that we would really ruin anything.
It's not worth it to understand it, but it's worth it to experience.
It's great just to get fucked up and watch it.
Please do for me.
It's one of those like let's watch it with
your friends and talk shit.
Yeah.
It's the best.
And speaking of which, we still have to... I need to finish Jupiter Ascending.
Oh, my God. God bless.
Yeah.
We do need to finish that. I'll buy it for you, Beebs. That'll be your birthday present. It'll be Christmas present,
Get it on
Beebs.
Blu-ray.
Oh, fuck yeah. So I did that. I watched the puppies while you were gone. What else did I do? I discovered the magic of Postmates. I've been using Postmates like a motherfucker. So Postmates is like... It's like, when you go on Grubhub and there are places that like you can only pick up from, right? There are a lot of places you can only pick up from, you can't have delivered. Sometimes you want that pick up only. Maybe you want some Subway or something, but it ain't getting delivered. So Postmates basically is a courier service for someone to bring you the food you want.
Yeah.
And so if you ever use it, I have a code. It's
KVRI
if you want like $10 off your first order. But it's super dope.
Yeah, I mean, if you want...
Me and Ava got it for Mendocino's Farm. There was a night where we tried to get it for McDonald's. That didn't really work out too well. But I've had them bring Subway. It's fucking dope. It's just like, it's nice for me if I'm like working and I don't leave the house. Because when I picture leaving the house, I'm like, this is going to take for fucking ever to get ready and go do this. So it's nice. I approve of Postmates. It's a little expensive.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to use it. Maybe. I don't know.
You got that code, though.
I got a code.
You probably have that beginning code.
I remember
it's worth it to use it once and then recommend to your friends so that you can keep using it.
Yeah. Is that the shit? I mean, I guess you wouldn't know, but I feel like when I was hanging out with Allie Rhodes or Luna Blake.
Oh, yeah, probably.
She ordered ramen from like some place in like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Silver Lake, maybe? It wasn't like close to where she lived. It was like a very expensive delivery.
Oh, yeah, no, it's probably
But that
Postmates.
was like months ago.
It's probably Postmates. No, Postmates has been around for a while.
It's been around, yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't in certain areas. Like, I wanted Bay City's Deli so bad sent to me, but it wasn't like delivering here. But now it is. I would become a fucking driver for them. I'm sure that it's pretty good deal. So discovered Postmates, watched the puppies. What did I do this week? Oh, I went to a party with Nikki for FabFitFun, which they had these boxes they send out. Yeah. So I went. You went out with... So I went to this Shut the fuck up so I can tell a story. So I went to this FabFitFun party, and I was like, I'm not gonna know any of these bitches. I don't know, and it's like a bunch of makeup people, but not even makeup people I know. Like, did not know. So I went with Nikki because I was like, yo, free food and drinks, and also they sent me a box to like review in a video, and it's actually got pretty good stuff. Like, it's got like full size shit. It's got like a little speaker and like lotion and like all kinds of cool shit. So I went to this party. I walked in. I saw fucking Tess Holiday, and I was like, "Yo, bitch," because I met her at Body Love Conference a year ago and was like in love with her. She's such a crazy story. Like, I just remember she gave like this keynote speech, and like her history is insane. Like,
what do you mean? Like,
she had a baby when she was like super young. I feel like
I don't know. She's a mom.
She's a 9-year-old, so I think maybe she's 20. So maybe not like super super young, but like. That's pretty young for me. 20 years old to have a baby.
That's pretty fucking young.
That's pretty young.
Can't even drink
sure,
legally.
like she was like telling me like I don't know where she's from, like Mississippi or something, but like there was a portion where like her school got fucked up, so they literally, when she went to high school, for a portion of it like in a Walmart.
What?
Like they took over like a Walmart.
Wow.
And then
does she
like
have an accent?
No.
Not like a southern accent or anything?
And then the really fucked up thing was like her mom, I think, is like paraplegic. Mm-hmm. Because she was married to like this dude, like a stepdad dude, and when Tess and like I think maybe she was a brother like were away for the summer, he put a hit out on this woman, like tried to have her killed.
Shit.
And she survived.
Wow.
And so now she's like in a wheelchair.
What?
It was like crazy. Like Tess was crying as she was giving the keynote, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like,
wow.
You deserve to be sad whenever you want. Like, oh fuck. She's just a bad bitch. If you don't know who Tess Holiday is, she was Tess Munster. And now she's engaged to this dude, Nick Holiday, who's a photographer, who's super awesome. And she recently became like the biggest supermodel or something, like the biggest girl to be signed, I think to like Milk Management or something. And she was like on the cover of People, and she's just like fucking beautiful. And she's so funny because she saw me and I saw her, and we were instantly like, yes, fat girl. And she knew me, like she followed me recently. Nick's known me for a while, I guess, and so we just hung out. We drank a lot. It was like open bar, and I was hitting it, and the food was really good. Mm-hmm. And there was different like glasses of wine that gave with every little course, and I was like, yo, they're trying to get us drunk right now.
Oh yeah, you came home pretty drunk.
Yeah, I felt great. And
that was Tuesday.
Everyone kept asking Tess, like, well, who are you? Like, what do you do? Like, how did you get big online? And she was like, I just was fat and took naked pictures. I just love her. And then we were texting after, and she was like, do you just want to be miserable about everything with me? And I was like, yeah, girl, I'm in. I'm totally in.
That's great.
She's delightful. I quite enjoy her.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's very, very cool. And yeah, I hung out with Nick, and I feel like I did something else this week. Now I can't remember. I've just been like putting up videos and busting my butt. And
busting your butt?
Busting my butt.
Tangent. What does it mean when someone has a semicolon tattoo on their body?
Doesn't semicolon mean it's like I don't want to say anything before I know.
Well, I just came across an article. It's someone that likes books. About how like it's very inspiring.
It's a punctuation mark that separates major sentence elements.
Yeah, semicolons used when an author could have chosen to end their sentence but chose not to.
Oh, semicolon tattoos aren't a trend.
The author is you and the sentence is your life.
Semicolon tattoos aren't a trend. They're a symbol of a silent fight.
Ooh, I like this idea.
Leanna's been holding off on getting a tattoo. Nate says she's wanting dating for a long time and I found a design resonated with her. Then she was reminded of a meaningful tattoo she'd seen on Twitter a year ago, the Semicolon, a symbol often found tattooed or drawn on people with histories of mental illness. Soon after, I like that a lot. Soon after, Leanna booked an appointment. Project Semicolon unifies those that share an affinity for the symbol. A semicolon is used when an author could have chosen to end their sentence but chose not to. The author is you and the sentence. That's really good.
I like that, yeah.
I never realized that. Yo, I kind of want a semicolon tattoo now.
I think I might be time, girl.
Do you want to get semicolon tattoos?
Oh, this one girl got here, look. I'm assuming it's a girl. A little heart.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Why don't I just put a fucking musical note on it?
There's someone who has like a sentence on their arm. I didn't hear what you said.
I said, why don't I just put a musical note on it?
Oh, yeah.
You know how I feel.
I know how you feel. But like there's this one, he or she's got a sentence and then it ends with the semicolon at the end.
Oh, my story isn't over yet. I like that a lot.
Pretty cool idea.
I like that a lot, girl. I would totally get a semicolon tattoo with you. Maybe I would get it like on the outside of my wrist.
Why the wrist? Yeah, everyone says it's like supposed to be on the wrist.
I feel like some people would put it on the wrist because if it signifies not giving up and not ending something that.
For people who,
Yeah. I've been there.
Yep.
12-year-old Tom just was there. I feel that.
I've been sad.
I've been sad.
I don't know if I ever would have.
There was one point when I was 12, I remember I was just like, I remember cutting myself like. This just got real deep. I remember.
Jesus, yeah.
I don't remember like cutting myself like as like a hobby, like not a hobby, but like as like a continuous thing. But I remember specifically doing it once, and like my brother yelling at me through the bathroom door. Like I was young.
Yeah.
I was 12. He had to be like 8 or 9, and then after that, I just never did it again. But there was something in me that was just like, yeah, this will just end things, or like probably didn't even think about it that seriously. I probably was just like, oh, this is probably something I should do.
Yeah.
But then I never did again. I've been really sad about shit, but I don't know that I've ever, not in a long time, I've ever contemplated doing anything like that. Mm-hmm. I just want to be sad in bed and cry. Someone's gonna watch this. Puppy.
I have no idea what to follow that up with.
Yeah, cutting yourself, casual. Yeah.
I never cut myself.
No.
I would do this weird thing. I think I talked about it before. It has nothing to do with like emotional issues. But when I was younger, I would go in. My mom would like go into like fucking Sears and like shop for what felt like 6 hours.
Oh my God, you told me this before.
I would get bored and I would like go into I was short, because I was a little kid, and like so I would go into how like sometimes they have like the racks of pants, but the rack is like a circle.
Yeah. So
I would like go between, like I would go inside the rack and like chill in the middle. And like sit on the floor and just like hang out and like be in my own little world. And like for some reason, a lot of these places I would have like, I guess needles. Why would clothes? Answer me this, because I didn't.
I've never looked on the floor of a fucking clothing place because I was a fat kid. I wasn't crawling under fucking clothing.
What is? Anyway, I'm assuming there must have been like pins or like some sort of needles that were like holding clothes in certain ways, whatever.
Yeah.
So they would always be like on the floor. So I would just pick them up and like, I wouldn't stab myself per se, but I would.
But you would.
I would like skim the tip of my finger with it just enough so that it would like go under like just the very, very top layer of my skin.
You scraping off them layers.
Like it wasn't hurting or anything. It just like go in and like, oh, look how cool that is. My skin is like
That's
weird.
Gotta be like a little boy thing. Like I'm just gonna fuck with myself enough.
I think it was. I think it was just like me experimenting with my body in a weird way.
Better than you doing something with your dick in public.
You don't want to know what I've done with my dick.
I can only fucking imagine. I can only imagine, Beebs. Girl, let's go get tattoos, girl.
I've never gotten it stuck in anything. That's for sure.
I've never gotten my dick stuck in anything either. Thank God.
Sometimes people can get stuck together during sex.
Like dogs.
Yeah. That's like a real thing.
If someone was inside of me and got stuck, I can't tell you the panic I would feel.
I still don't quite know the science behind it. It must be like a suction thing.
Yeah.
But I still don't get it.
Oh my, I can't even.
Little prolapse you thinking about right now?
No. Don't ever say that word around me. That's I can't.
That's a disgusting word, I know.
Please don't. Prolapsed, everything just makes me uncomfortable.
Where was I? I think Suptic at work was like.
Of course.
like your punishment for losing this round is to Google prolapse or something. Oh, they had to draw a prolapse in fucking Minecraft. Ugh. They had to like build an anal prolapse.
What the fuck is happening?
It was one of those super panic frenzy videos, girl.
Oh my god, there's so many cute animal videos on my fucking Facebook right now. I can't deal with I feel like there's something else I want. Oh, I had the longest day of my fucking life today. I swear to God. I laid in bed for 3 hours dealing with just internet bullshit. Like, I was on my phone just dealing with shit. And then I realized, I haven't eaten. And I'm fucked. Like, what am I doing? And it started off, first of all, there were 3 major things that happened. Were there 3 major or 2 major things? 3 major things.
Girl, you tell me.
There were 3 major things. There were 3 major things. The first major thing was I woke up and people have been like tweeting at me for the past day or so. I haven't really like read the article about the the term curvy being removed from Instagram.
Oh, the hashtag, yeah.
The hashtag curvy. So as a tag, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so that pissed me off immediately for the day because I was just like, it's such fucking bullshit. Like, I just get so annoyed because the decision of Instagram apparently is because the term curvy is connected to so much pornographic material. But I in my heart don't feel that it is. I just feel like people that use that hashtag tend to have photos that get flagged more because the reality is, and we've seen it happen, people literally will flag photos of girls in fucking bikinis. Like I've seen YouTubers that are bigger that do like, I bought a bunch of bikinis at Target, let me try them on. And like, it's flagged as adult content. Like, we just view women's bodies as sexual immediately, but then a fat woman's body is like taboo. Yeah. And so it's frustrating to me because curvy is a very vanilla, positive kind of term. Yeah. Like, not even, depending on where you are in the community, some people don't even like using the word curvy because they just feel like it's like, oh, I'm fat. Like, but it's, you okay, Beeps?
I'm sorry, girl. I just saw a picture of a spider in like a banana thing, and it creeped me the fuck out.
Bitch, I'm talking about curvy
I know,
bitches.
I know. I'm saying, go ahead. That's why.
You just did like a little shake. Well,
you want to see this fucking shit real quick?
What
if you saw that? No.
I would never eat bananas again.
Nope. Sorry.
I don't eat oatmeal because I'm pretty sure there were. I don't remember what there were.
I eat oatmeal every day now.
No.
At work.
I refuse.
You don't like oatmeal? Finish your story.
Did I tell you I'll tell you my oatmeal story. Remind me to tell you my fucking oatmeal story.
You got an oatmeal story?
I got a fucking oatmeal story.
Jesus.
I got a story about oatmeal, and I got a story about why I didn't eat chicken noodle soup for about 4 years.
Whoa.
Hit me back up on it.
All right.
So curvy got removed from Instagram.
So fucking stupid.
Which is annoying to me because the equal and opposite term of that would probably be thin or skinny or something like that. Yeah. So thin's still there. Skinny is there, but there's like a little thing that pops up that says some of the images you might see might not be healthy.
Thinspo.
Thin, but not even thinspiration. Like literally just typing in skinny. Yeah. So thinspiration has been removed. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it hasn't. I feel like it has. It has, yeah. I think thinspiration, like maybe anorexia or something. But I just feel like it's such a weird line of like trying to protect the community from something, but also like
what's harmful about curves?
Exactly. There's nothing harmful about curves.
What's harmful about skinny?
I don't think that, unless you're offended by the word, I don't think there's necessarily anything harmful about it.
Well, didn't you say that if you do search skinny, you get a warning that some of this may be inappropriate?
Some of it might be unhealthy.
Yeah.
Because like it's probably a way of like going into the thinspiration or anorexia thing. But here's the thing too: is I just think
it's weird that they say, hey, don't worry, skinny may present you with like anorexic shit. Yeah. But still allows it, because I feel like anorexia is way worse than being like a little fat.
It depends. It depends on who you talk to. But yes, eating disorders across the board. But also, here's the thing:
or curvy.
A photo sharing app. I just feel like for instance, if I were recovering from anorexia, right, and I were sharing my story, and I were like, this is how I've dealt with being rehabilitated and dealing with whatever, I would use the fucking hashtag anorexia because I would want people searching for that to also find my content attached to that. So I just don't think that every time you put in one of those terms that it leads to something bad, and it just makes me feel a little uncomfortable. Where I know a site can do what it wants with what it wants its audience to see, but it just makes me nervous that we're like taking out certain terms with no real explanation or understanding for the community, because I don't know, just the curvy one specifically annoys me because it's it's such a basic, positive kind of looked upon term in the community. And how the fuck am I supposed to find out the fat girls?
Beebs? Sounds like a video, Beebs.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Friday, bitch.
Oh, I can't wait.
I already filmed one about Justin Bieber on Instagram, but now I'm gonna have to refilm it and combine everything together because I got so many things to say. So anyway, so that happened, right? And then New Media Rockstars wrote a fucking some dude at fucking New Media Rockstars, God bless your soul, wrote an article where he's just, let me find this fucker. I'm from Michigan. He was just so glib in this article about the term being taken away.
He was like happy about it?
Jeff. So he brings up the fact that this has apparently been taken away because nude images, blah, blah, blah. Then he goes, the term, which has apparently been banned for promoting and being attached to too many nude images, is also a buzzword for overweight women putting the most affirming description on their situation. First of all, affirming. The most affirming on my situation. Fuck out.
What does that even mean? Kindly.
Then he says, there's also, but there's still hashtags like she wants the D, girls gone wild, free the nipple, which I don't have a problem with free the nipple. But that's an Instagram thing. And that's also us as a culture deciding what nudity is, which apparently we haven't because those aren't genitals. Fuck you.
I remember I saw something real quick. I saw something where like a woman had like her breasts exposed, but photoshopped her nipples out and put like a male nipple.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Oh, it probably got flagged.
It was something like that. I was like, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I like those, the bikini tops that look like they have nipples on them.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
That's great.
So then he goes, additionally, other more derogatory fat shaming terms like fatso are permitted to remain up, causing some to speculate there's an anti-fat agenda associated with the company. Then he goes, clearly this seems to be a case of controversy nuts looking for something to call foul over, as Instagram has been active about banning terms that are involved in overly thin campaigns as well, such as anorexia and thinspiration. Curvy is not some extreme version of fat. Curvy is how mainstream refers to us on a nice day. You know what I'm saying? That's how clothing companies refer to us. That's how our models are referred to. Curvy is a mainstream positive term. Mm-hmm. And it's not just a fat thing. You can be curvy and you can be thin. It does not just exist for fat girls.
To me, personally, curvy means you got curves. You got a little bit of weight.
And that's not just fat people.
Yeah.
So, and then this dude goes, anytime a word or phrase gets banned, the pundits are quick to point out a different piece of slang that is allowed to remain up as some indicator of bias. Because it is. Mm. While curvy does seem like a ridiculously generic term to blacklist Instagram's quest to eradicate nudity, the Facebook-owned social media site apparently feels a severing of this vein of BBW nudity is worth pissing off a few clothed fat girls. Might I suggest hashtag Rubenesque?
Rubenesque?
Rubenesque.
What does that mean?
It's like an old term for fat. So I then went on Twitter and I was an asshole, but I was like, yo, I'm annoyed as fuck about how New Media Rockstars wrote about this, straight up. Yeah. I responded to it and I was kind of just pointed out all of my points, which were, is it that more fat girls are naked on the internet, or is it that more pictures are getting flagged with that term because people are uncomfortable with their bodies? Because I can think of about 10 examples of people who have had their account shut down because they showed their stomach. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little wary. And as someone who's lived through it, a little bit wary.
Yeah.
So I was annoyed by that. So I complained about it on Twitter, and then New Media Rockstars reached out to me in an email because they know me and they promoted my shit throughout the years. Yeah. And they were like, do you want to write an op-ed piece? Do you want to respond? And I was like, yeah, give me a night to think about it. And maybe in a few days
that's fucking awesome.
So I'm probably going to write something just basically, I'll make the video first and then just translate it for everybody.
Yeah, fuck it, yeah.
But yeah, it's important to understand that the hashtag curvy is that term is very important, and it's a big deal why it was removed. Pun intended. So that started off, and then the next thing that happened, so I'm still in bed, I'm on the internet, this is why I should just get up and not look at fucking Twitter, but my friend Madison Lawrence, Malar she is on the Snapchat, she put up, let me find this, it wasn't a Vine, it was just a little video, and I retweeted it, and then because I retweeted it, I got shit on by some random people, and I had several conversations where I let people know what the fuck it is. Yeah. Let me find this. Where is this? Okay, let me see if I can hold this up so you guys can hear it. And then you can tell me what you feel.
I don't feel anything.
To all the white Americans who get really defensive when people call white people racist or talk about slavery, I want you to think about why you get so defensive, because there's a reason for it. White history comes with a lot of guilt that a lot of white people are not ready to confront because it's pretty shitty. And that's fine, it's a little weird to take responsibility for something that you have never personally done, but your race has caused a lot of shit. So it's probably a better idea to acknowledge the fact that slavery was terrible, apologize for it, then move on, rather than saying, well, I didn't do it, so let's just forget about it.
So anyway, so I retweeted that because I think it's a valid point. And some dude from the UK came at me and said like a trifecta of just shit that you hear whenever someone is just like, well, I didn't do it, essentially. The first one was, he was saying that racism exists because white people keep talking about it. And I was like, and he was like, yeah, it just feels like white people care more about it and talk more about it. And I was like, would say the opposite, actually. I would say that probably that community wants us to speak up more, not fully on their behalf or to talk over them, but to like check the people in our community that are just like, there's racism doesn't exist. Well, actually, no, you're saying racist shit right now on Facebook. So just a little. He also was like, well, I have some black friends. I was like, no, don't do it. He's like, I have some black friends and they laugh at how they laugh about the fact that slavery is such a big thing over there. And I was like, listen, Britain, we're
I don't think he's an accurate representation of Britain.
Yeah, no. That's his nickname for right now. Yeah. Listen, West Yorkshire. First of all, you're talking about something. You're talking about racism and what it is, and it's slavery when you're not from here. And this is a very young country. Also, if we want to start talking about horrible shit, imperialism in India and Africa, let's not pretend that your country is just like, well, we all love all the races and we're all like, nah, it doesn't exist.
The reason we're here is because of Britain.
We left you, motherfuckers.
We were British.
And then we've done some horrible shit. But let's be fair, we learned that from you. So,
Yo, Britain, I think, had like the largest empire ever.
Where do you think the slave trade went, though? You killed all the Indians, though.
It's because you don't talk about it.
Yeah, just because you don't talk about it. He's like, well, we live in a multicultural whatever, and there's more black people here than white people. And I was like,
I don't know about that.
So I of course, I'm an asshole.
And there's so much hate. I'm sorry, just to cut you, but there's a lot of, not hate, but there's a lot of frustration with people in London with particularly the Middle Eastern population. Yeah. And how much they're coming into the city.
Oh, yeah. And France and stuff. There's a lot of shit, too.
Yeah, a lot of backlash from white people.
Let's not pretend that we're so innocent.
Yeah.
And then he turned the argument into, well, you think that only white people are racist? And I was like, wait, what? And so he was trying to point out that like, well, black people can be racist to us. And I was like, the way that it's been explained to me is that it involves some kind of inequity of power. And at least over here in the US, from watching the news, you can see there's a lot of power struggle between black and white people. And white is definitely the predominant, like, you're probably not going to get killed by the cops tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're mentally ill. You're not a thug. Like, we see it like all day, every day. So I was just like, I don't think that's a real thing. And then I think he told me the conversation was done. And I was like, and then you're going to tell me as a man the conversation's done. So you know I'm going to freak the fuck out. So that dude. And then what else was there? Oh, then the thing on Facebook. It was a day.
What thing?
Someone that I'm friends with, have no fucking clue why or when or how, posted the video. Well, you saw it today. The video of the little girl who's dancing to the Whip Nene song.
Yeah. Oh, that.
And then
video,
her dad comes in. He's got like a cowboy hat on. They're dancing. So someone that I'm friends with on Facebook, not anymore, but at the time, posted that video. And then wrote, let me find this because I know I screen capped it before I pieced the fuck out. Okay, listen, IRS, I see you. She said, I hope one day when we have a daughter, to whoever she's with, that you will dance with her, but it will not be like this. I think that it is highly inappropriate for her age, much less the hoochie coochie shorts she is wearing while doing it. Lord God, how people has let their children do whatever because of the trends going on in society, SMH.
Hoochie coochie.
Which is, that's a term we're bringing back. Today was just a day of I couldn't shut the fuck up, and it happened. So I said, she's mimicking a dance.
That scared the shit out of me.
Beebs, don't scare
Someone,
me.
like, ran by our door. Did you
Yo,
not just see a
no.
white figure just run by our back door?
Lock the fucking door. So I said, she's mimicking a dance that isn't sexual, and dancers wear way less than this. She's wearing shorts, and she's a child, full stop. So then jumped back in and said, nah, it's my opinion. I'll stick with it. I was raised modest and plan to teach my daughters as such. Don't get me wrong, I am for women having rights, but at what age should those rights start? You dress a child like a whore, and she just as may become one. So then I eventually jumped. I immediately was like, yo, whore is a construct that doesn't exist, so that's the first problem.
He's hypersensitive. That's all.
That's a girl that I'm talking to right now.
Oh, I thought it was a guy.
That's a woman.
This whole time you told me the story, I thought it was a guy.
This is a woman. Now, there's a dude that comes in that I think is a dude she was talking to that she's with. But this so far is a woman.
All right.
So then he goes, it's the fact of society. This is a dude. It's the fact of society as a majority is thinking it's okay that their kids dress and act like Miley Cyrus. That in itself is highly.
Not a fact.
It's not.
You fucking idiot. Sorry, go on.
That in itself is highly.
Give me the research on that, asshole.
Don't you love it? That in itself is highly inappropriate, and all parents who think that this behavior is okay should be stripped for their parental rights. Yep. So I said, in the sense of appropriation.
I wonder how he feels about nudist colonies.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he doesn't deal with nudity at all unless it's someone that he's fucking specifically. In the sense of appropriation, I can see the connection to Miley, but as far as being a sexual dance, nah. So his response was, anyone with common sense can see the sexual connection with this dance. And I said, because I'm an asshole, I said, I don't know. No sex I've ever had has looked like that. Please advise. Because I want, if you're
Did he ever respond to that?
Not specifically that point.
Yeah,
this is the thing.
Fucking idiot.
Is if you're going to sit there and tell me that a child is doing a sexual dance as being sexual, I want you to intricately go into detail about what moves specifically and what they equate to, because I want you to really think about you as a grown man has decided that a 9-year-old doing the fucking stanky leg and doing basic moves that we did as fucking kids, crossing her legs.
A chicken dance half the time.
Exactly, is some kind of sexual thing. Also that her shorts, that by the way, show nothing except her fucking legs, and she's obviously a dancer.
Yeah.
Are like,
that's what they look like. Like dancing.
Like make her a whore. Like the idea. So whatever. I had so many things to say.
It's a
obviously.
projection of him. That's
So he said, you're failed to see the point. That's not right. Which is, kids should not dance, talk, act in a sexual manner. You are a part of the problem and not the solution. Parents should teach their kids self-respect, but in today's society, that's unknown to 90% of parents. So I came back and I was like, yo.
Where's these figures he's pulling from?
Would love it. Yo, show me your sources, though.
Yeah, what's the source on this 90%?
Where's this We're Excited page, though?
These are the people that you know, maybe the 20 people you know in life?
Yo, no. So I said, you failed to see that this little girl's wearing dance shorts. You sexualized her doing movements that aren't actually sexual, and if you see them as sexual, that's on you. I said, anyone who has ever taken a gymnastics or dance class has done as much as this video.
You must hate splits.
Probably. He said, that has nothing to do with gymnastics in any way. You're are blind and only see through the eyes on the ignorant. This is I don't have the fucking syllabus for this bullshit. Any normal person would see this as sexual. You are speaking on behalf of what society has deemed okay. This is a real problem in society. You're, Y-O-U-R, an idiot. And so I said, when you're going to insult me, at least use proper grammar.
There you go.
And I unfriended because clearly...
Oh, this is a friend of yours.
This was someone who I'm friends with on Facebook, have no idea. They were friends with a bunch of other YouTubers, have no clue who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
And then this was her boyfriend or husband who jumped in on this shit too. So it was a day of just the internet was fucking with me. There was a point where I called Allie Speed, and I was like, yo, the internet... Like, not today, Satan. Not to fucking
not today.
Not today. Yeah. So it was one for the records books.
Yeah.
The record books.
I had a very uneventful day at work.
Did you?
I just edited all day.
Oh.
Went to the mall for lunch. Had Panda Express for the first time. Hey, that's exciting.
You've never had Panda Express? Even
no.
I've had Panda Express.
No, I've always gotten like, I guess what you would say mom and pop Chinese food.
Okay.
In LA. And in New York, there's such good Chinese food there. I'm sorry, but it's better on the East Coast. That you never went to like a chain Chinese food. It was
it's like authentic.
It was always like really good Chinese food.
But it's probably the same here thing. Like Mexican food is really good here.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's a trade-off, bitch.
Yeah, you're right.
I know I'm right. I'm always right. Listen, we get into an hour, so I think I'm going to shout out the Patreons, and then we're going to do a question episode.
All right, let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
We didn't have any asshole interrupting puppy today, you guys. Yeah, she's just laying there chilling. It's warm.
I think she might actually be dead right now.
Oh, so here's the thing that we just put on Patreon. So on Patreon, Patreon has a tipping reward site.
What is Patreon, Beebs?
Patreon is a tipping reward site. You can go to roommatepod.com and you can find a link for Patreon, or you can go to patreon.com/adventures in roommating.
Yeah, go to roommatepod.com, click on the Amazon link, and buy shit through. No, I'm kidding.
What is this, 10-minute podcast? Anyway, threw me off my game. So go there, check out Patreon. Basically, our Patreon babies are the people that really keep this going and make a lot of this possible, and like we love them.
It's the dopists.
They're the dopists is what we call them. And they pledge anywhere from $1 to $50, and depending on those things, they get certain prizes and
rewards.
I like to call them prizes because it feels fancier.
Prizes?
Prizes.
Sounds like they should be on fucking Price is Right or something.
This is Price is Right, bitch.
This is Price is Right, bitch.
So you can put milestones up on Patreon. So I'm going to think of some other milestones that we'd like to hit. But I know that people have asked for video podcasts for a while, and we'll probably do a few of those because we have a YouTube channel now.
Oh, yeah.
So also, if you go to my
what's the link for that, Beebs?
It's youtube.com/cz-3 exclamation point. I don't fucking know.
Why is that, Beebs?
Because on YouTube, suck my absolute dick, you have to have an account for 3 months and 500 subscribers until you can choose a name. But how do you choose a name, or how do you get people to subscribe when you can't, though?
Yeah, we can't even tell you the link. I guess just go to our website. Or follow us on Twitter and we'll link it.
Follow on Twitter, but also I just put up a vlog on my channel, Tanjas, called How Will I Know or something. It was you and I talking about the difference between men and women.
We're already up to like 200 subscribers.
Yeah. I think we're up to actually up to like 400 subscribers.
Shit, really?
Maybe a little over 400.
Oh, awesome.
But if you want to, there's a link in the description of that vlog. And we'll mention it more.
Meghan,
this is a Tanjas. Yeah. So, and any video that you see with me and Keith, I'll probably be linking to it. You know what I'm saying?
This nice little banner you got.
Ain't it nice? I just slapped it up there, bitch. So one of our milestones is we'll probably on that channel do like some video podcasts. We'll do some vlogs. We'll put up the podcast so you can like watch it on your TV or listen to it on your TV or whatever. And other ideas that you guys have, whatever you want to see. Videos will go up early for Patreon people. So they have like a little perk there and they can see that stuff early. But our milestone on Patreon is if we hit 1,000 per episode or per podcast, which is not ever how that math works out, by the way, because that's just not how Patreon works. But if at least the first one is 1,000, we're going to start doing video podcasts on top of the audio podcast.
Where's the link in your latest video?
It's the first thing under the thing. Isn't it?
In your latest video?
And not my latest video, the video with you and me in it, which is called How Will I Know?
How Will I Know? Did I see this video? Oh, you just put it up today, didn't you?
I put it up like late last night, this morning.
Oh, okay.
We were describing the difference between men and women, which is I wanted to change things in my room, and you were like, I've never even thought about doing that. So you can go watch it.
I gotta see the comments for this one.
I can only imagine. I think a lot of them were like, well, I must have male sensibilities. And then a lot of them were, not a lot of them, but some of them were disagreeing, being like, no, actually I'm a dude and I change my room all the time.
Yo, fuck Matthew Gatos.
It's been so long since
You're not helping the bro cause, man.
Yeah, fuck you.
He's like, I do this every 6 months. I get bored and restless and I rearrange my entire apartment.
It's just different. You know what it is, too?
That's called...
You have such big furniture, it's not easy for you to move it. So I feel like if you live a more transient life, like some of us, that it's easier to move shit around. I can't believe you never, like, every 6 months when I was at home, I wanted to move my fucking bed. And then once I got into a room where I couldn't move it because there was no, like, real place, I was so sad about it. I always loved moving my stuff around. And by that, I mean making my dad move my stuff around, but we don't talk about him anymore. So if we get to $1,000 a podcast, we're going to start doing video podcasts regularly, but you will see them occasionally on there. And we're going to stream, too. We're going to start Periscope and doing fun stuff like that.
Yeah, we might Periscope the next one.
Okay, so here are my Patreon babies.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hold on, let me pull up my little notes. I got my little notes.
Patreon.com/adventures and...
Everything work a little bit faster, though. Okay. Where is this Chelsea West bitch?
I just Snapchatted with her today.
We got Skype with her too.
Yeah.
So our official sponsors for the podcast are a $50 group. So they get a Skype and a shout out and all those fun things, but also they get a sponsor promotion. So we have Chelsea West. Chelsea West wants to promote her creative partner, John Royal's new tabletop card game called Best Movie Never Made. Go to facebook.com/Best Movie Never Made and check that out and tell them that Keith and Megan sent you. I was going to say Meghan and Keith because it felt more natural, but I went against it. We also have our friend Kate, who you met. Kate? You met at Comic-Con.
Which one was Kate? The
Kate.
redhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met Kate. I signed her book. It was really cool. I did. She had me...
Oh, yeah. She's had us all fill it out with our hands and stuff, right?
Yeah, she had me draw an outline of my hand on a page and then sign inside my hand.
She's got Satan in that book, too.
Does she have Satan? Yeah.
She knows who Satan is.
She got Phil's.
No, she got like a bunch of source-fed people and stuff. She's dope.
Yeah. She was very nice.
So, Kate has a Pampered Chef site. So basically, you go there if you want to order like bakeware, cookware, any kind of stuff like that. Maybe you're moving out for the first time. Maybe you're going to college. You need some new stuff. She is the lady to go through. Go to pamperedchef.biz/Kate M, and she gets a little kickback for that, and it's super dope, and we appreciate you checking that out.
Appreciate it.
And then we have our $25 reward group. They get a little Skype and a little shout out. Oh my God, there's different
only
names.
2 spots out of the
I forgot what
available.
I called these assholes. We have.
Well, we got the
oh
governor.
My God, we have Loretta
Stone.
Civiete.
So Loretta, tell us how to say your name so we get it right next time.
We have Loretta, absolutely not Civiete. We have Corey, not Neil Armstrong. We have Jamie, not quite Jennifer Garner. We have Priscilla, Queen of the Desert Ramirez. We have Allie such and Alexandria sounds like a governor's wife. Johnson.
Can we go back to what was that one?
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert Ramirez.
Yeah, why that? Where's the connotation for Queen of the Desert? Are you Googling right now?
It's there is a movie called The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and it is a 1994 Australian comedy drama film.
How do you know these weird fucking...
And it is directed by Stephen Elliott, and the plot follows the journey of 2 drag queens and a transsexual woman played by Hugo Weaving, Guy Pearce, and Terrence Stamp across the Australian outback from Sydney to Alice Springs in a tour bus that they have named Priscilla. Boom, bitches.
Should watch it. I'll watch it.
I don't know that I've ever actually seen it, but I've heard of it.
You just know about it?
I know everything.
I think of Elvis Presley when I hear Priscilla.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert Ramirez. I did pretty good, right? I should probably start writing those down, but I'm not gonna. And then we have our $10 reward group. I don't know if there's any of these left. There might be a few if you want to jump up. There's 2 left?
2 spots left.
Holy shit.
2 out of 30.
Jump up in the $10 group.
Up on in it.
If we start getting through these really fast, I'll add more, but like I would get those last 2. Okay, so here we go. This is the lightning round of this fucking thing. This is my
28
nightmare.
People.
Ready?
This is becoming people's favorite part.
This is sexy time.
This is sexy time.
Okay.
Here we go.
We should probably play a beat or something,
Start slow,
but
Beav.
gonna
Start
roll.
slow.
Okay.
Start slow.
We got Justin Higgins,
Soft.
Gina Wortman, Hannah Holt,
All right.
Shelley Smith,
You're doing good work.
Bridget Tushin, Nicole DeLauro,
All right.
Melissa Bernard,
little harder
Mandolin
now.
Tweets,
Little
Maddie
harder.
Williams, Cecil Hopstock,
Not
James,
faster, just
James
harder.
Smith III, Haley Samsel, Brittany Sella, Kelly Gresham, Emerson Frucci, Hannah, just straight up fucking Hannah.
Yeah.
Eric Mino
like
spelled
how
it
you're
out. Damara Excel. Angela Manos, Emily Matt, Megan Manahan, John Morlock, Amy Heinz, Ethel Tellez, Ross McPhee, Emily Turner Hegman, Sandra Might, and Elizabeth. Dole Whip and Dole.
Dole Whip, Dole. Oh, I forgot the Dole Whip.
Those are our Patreon babies.
I need a fucking cigarette, please.
We're going to come up with some sexy time music for this, I think.
I just made a weird noise.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Thank you so much to our Patreon babies. Thank you so much to you guys for listening. If you want to share the podcast, feel free to do that. Follow us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, all those fun places.
Word.
And leave us a little review.
Yeah.
What was the today I want you, if you go and leave us a review on iTunes, I want you to say, this is The Price is Right, bitch.
This is The Price is Right,
This is
bitch.
The Price is Right, bitch.
Emphasize that is.
Yeah, thank you. You can find me at Megan Tonjes on Twitter and Instagram, Tonjes on YouTube, and eventually we will have a Roommate Pod or an Adventures in Roommating YouTube, but you can also follow us on Twitter at Roommate Pod. And if you want to be a part of a question episode, which is coming up, you can hashtag Roommate Pod at Roommate Pod. How about you, Beebs?
You can find me on Twitter at Keith WOA Crew, Keith of the Outer Crew on Instagram and pretty much everything else.
Boom.
You can also see me get a bit half naked and spray tanned in Philip DeFranco's latest vloggity.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We like you guys very much.
They're okay.
All right.
They have to earn my love.
Are they earning it? They're working on it.
That's, if I just give it out, then I flood the market and the value of my love depletes.
That's true. You're right.
Beebs?
You're right. I give my love to everyone, Beebs.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Fucking commie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Just throwing out offensive fucking terms.
What?
I'm done
offensive.
with you. You're offensive to me, and
Communist?
you're problematic.
That's a government.
And you're problematic, Beebs. Suckle on that water, bitch.
All right.
Okay, I'm done with you, Beebs. I love you, babies. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Good night.
No. Good night.
We've been doing this for a year.
I'm so sorry.
Good night.
I'm so sorry.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.